If I come and stand right next to it, you might get a little idea of some of the scale here, but it is way up there.
Oh no, he's back.
It's Vlogception. Hey, Delmy.
Hi.
I'm back in America. That means Delmy's here. Delmy, that's a great hat. Everyone should get one, huh?
Everyone should get one.
You know, I think I should get one.
In like the light behind him, and he's just like crying, pouring out his soul.
Hey.
There you go.
Thanks, bud.
Because it's in it, it's kind of like moving. It's like they're not. This one that's super blown up isn't.
At this time, would you please welcome my very special guest, also returning from an extensive tour of Japan from nearby Deerfield, Massachusetts. Please welcome the human monster truck, Perry Vicious.
Well, and now a warm welcome back to the Pulaski Club for Perry Von Vicious as well.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump away in Deerfield, Mass.
And sporting that super sick tracksuit of Kyushu Pro as well.
Wait a minute. Did Perry go to Japan or something? How would I ever be able to tell? How would I be able to tell?
The colors, the pride emblazoned across the chest of the human monster truck who gets a warm reception back here in the Pulaski Club.
It's good to be home.
Wait a minute. That's different. That's less than Jake.
That's Perry Von Vicious. There's a monster truck here after our main event.
He's making good on his word. Perry, I like it. Perry calling his shot. Always polite. Always the stander by. Always available. Always ready to do what is needed of him. It's about time that Perry starts going into business for himself. And that could make all the difference, Johnny. No doubter there, Perry. I don't know. Wait a minute.
Hold on, Mike Skyros trying for the cheap right, and Perry.
Perry, the freshest man in the building right now. Wrong move, Skyros. Oh, that's a big boot for him.
Yeah, he's in the hands of Perry.
Since day one, that man has been here at Pro Wrestling Grind. He's been in the main event spotlight before, and he wants back in, and I think he's going to get it Friday night, March 8th.
After my homecoming at Pro Wrestling Grind, it was time for a different kind of homecoming. I flew to Northern California for the first time since I'd lived there. I had moved back to Massachusetts from California's beautiful East Bay back in 2017. My wife and I missed the Bay Area ever since, and we always planned to visit. Upon our arrival, the first thing we did was head up the Oakland Hills to Sibley Volcanic Regional Preserve. We used to hike here all the time. Heck, we used to hike all over California all the time. Any weekend I wasn't wrestling, we'd go hiking. Sometimes we'd even squeeze a hike in first thing in the morning, and then I'd leave to go to my wrestling booking. It was a real constant in our lives at the time, and with views and trails like these, it's easy to see why. Getting to revisit this place felt special, and not just because these places are inherently special. It was a great feeling to recapture that period in our lives. The fun, the adventure, the struggles, the uncertainty, all of it came rushing back. Nostalgia isn't just about remembering the good, it's also about reinforcing the lessons you've learned and appreciating how you've grown. After our hike, we ventured to Toy Safari in Alameda. This used toy store was always a favorite spot for us. They have a huge selection of mint-on card toys for serious collectors, as well as bins and bins of loose and well-loved toys for collectors more like me. For me, toys are meant to be played with and meant to be experienced. In my personal collections, I never worry about a toy with some chipped paint. or a few dings here and there. Those are just part of a toy's story. In a place like this, you can find almost any toy imaginable. I never spend much money in these places. I'm usually there to gawk and admire. I did cave in and buy a couple monster truck toys, but I kept my total spending under $5. I knew I still had other spots I was going to visit, and even more, a looming stop in Disneyland later on this trip, so I needed to pace myself. We actually lived in Alameda for a while. In fact, it was the first town we lived in when we moved to California back in 2009. The beach here is beautiful, and even the buildings felt kind of foreign to us. Growing up in inland suburbs, neither of us was accustomed to the sight of mid-century dingbat architecture. Just like being back at Grind, being here felt like I was back home. But the adventuring didn't stop there. Our next stop was Huckleberry Botanical Regional Preserve. This was another common hiking spot for us in the hills of Oakland. The mountain views, the swampy depths, and the mossy forests all hit you within the same short 2-mile hike. This is one of the spectacular things about California, the sheer variety you get when venturing through these parks. It's remarkable. From deserts to mountain ranges to riverbeds to old-growth redwood forests, all of it's beautiful. Good morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning on a Wednesday, which may seem like a strange time to wake up for a vlog, but everything about this trip's been a little strange. For example, this parking garage I'm in happens to be the one we were parking for the event we're out here at, and it is the same parking garage I parked in every day for a little over 3 years when I worked here in Berkeley, California. And in fact, that spot right there where I've left the rental car is the exact parking spot I parked in every day for a little over 3 years while I worked here in Berkeley, California. But we're here, we're hopping in the car, and that is because we have to drive out to Antioch, California, and we are going to see some monster trucks. So after a bunch of driving, I've arrived here in Antioch, and the owner has been kind enough to bring me back and show me his monster trucks here. I'll get you a little shot way up on the trailer. This thing is so huge. If I come and stand right next to it, you might get a little idea of some of the scale here, but it is way up there. And he's got another frame back there building another truck. There's monster truck tires everywhere. This is so sick. In a second, I'll show you the one that's out front too, because he's literally got one parked in the driveway. So awesome. So as promised, just parked right on the street, right on the driveway. Monster truck. We got it on the 55s here, so these are slightly smaller than the full size. But not that it makes a huge difference, because even when I stand next to it, it towers over me. This one's a build in progress, kind of a Franken truck, you know, the stuff I really love. And I mean, you can see this thing's going to be beautiful when it's all finished up. We got it's two semi frames kind of hacked together. Just the best that old school monster trucks have to offer. All right, I'm gonna hop back in the car, head back down to Oakland, catching up with Levi Shapiro for lunch today. So I've met up with Levi Shapiro.
Yep.
At In-N-Out. And this time I remembered to actually pull the phone out and take a clip.
Look at us.
I might even take a picture. Who knows?
Wow.
I botched it so bad when we had dinner the other day.
Yeah. I don't. You know, it's
Nothing.
It's for the few times we don't think about that kind of stuff.
It was kind of nice.
It was.
It's kind of nice. The vlog viewers got nothing out of it though.
Yeah. Until we just completely forgot as soon as we left, and we said,
Yeah, completely forgot.
content. Yeah.
Animal style fries, double. Let's go. My first In-N-Out in like 7 years. We hit one last short hike that evening. My wife and some of her coworkers wanted to go bird watching, and we'd heard there were some good spots for that at Charles Lee Tilden Regional Park. This was another normal hiking spot for us when we lived in the area. It was a busy first 2 days of this trip, and there's so much more to come in the next vlog. But for now, I'll leave you with the sounds of a quiet hike as the sun sets in Northern California.